Alright there. Good old mate Yorkie here. Bringing you the April 2023 um, Humble Bundle. That's the point of this channel is I get the Humble Bundle once a month, the Humble Choice Bundle, and have a go at the games on it, and at least a let's try, and then present them to you, and also choose one to play going forward for the month. If I get bored of that one, switch to another. We start though with an overview of the month. There are 8 games on the Humble Choice for $12.13 plus tax, I believe it is. And that's Death Stranding Director's Cut, Aliens Fireteam Elite, Rollerdrome, Life is Strange 2 Complete Season, Life and Suffering of Sir Brandt, Monster Camp, Rivita, and Founder's Fortune. Now, I do have a rule for myself, is that if I've already played through or played a significant amount of one or more of the games, I won't actually do a let's try on those. I'll just tell you my opinion of them. Now, that applies here to Life is Strange 2, Complete Season, and Founder's Fortune. Let's delve into the individual games. You will see the codes, but except for the 2 that I already own, Founder's Fortune, Life is Strange 2, they're all used, so there's no point in trying them. But for those 2, the first one I try, can grab it. Alright then. Death Stranding Director's Cut. It's 93%, very positive. I've never seen... I've seen snippets of it being played on general videos about games by people like What Culture, but I've never seen really much gameplay of it. I've never played it myself. So, from legendary game creator Hideo Kojima comes a great genre-defining experience, now expanded in this definitive director's cut. In the future, a mysterious event known as the Death Stranding has opened a doorway between the living and the dead, leading to grotesque creatures from the afterlife roaming the fallen world marred by desolate society. As Sam Bridgens, your mission is to deliver hope to humanity by connecting the last survivors of a decimated America. You reunite the shattered world one step at a time. Death Stranding Director's Cut on PC includes high frame rate, photo mode. Oh, this is just basic bullshit. Also includes crossover content from Valve Corporation, Half-Life series, and CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077, or whatever. All copies of the game will additionally include selections from the Art of Death Stranding digital book, don't care, backpack patches, and so on and so forth. Alright, well, it's not really telling me much, but it is 93%, so that's good. It is an action adventure, $40. Let's see what the VT goes like. Harsh nudity, strong language. Alright. Well, this is not gameplay, so I can't judge it by this, but let's see how interesting it looks. Okay. Shooter? Well, way to tell me absolutely nothing with your video. Try the other VT. Nudity, blood, etc. Is this also just cinematics? Looks like it is. I'm not sure. Alright, well they were completely disappointing videos because they gave me no real information at all. I guess we will give that a try and see how it looks. I have no idea what to make of it. The 93% is a good indicator though. Aliens. Fireteam Elite. Again, I've never heard of this one. Action RPG. Gold Iron Studios Focus Entertainment at $30. It's 81% very positive. That's good. Alright. Play with up to 2 players or AI as you battle through 4 campaigns to explore the mystery of a new planet, LV-895. Discover what hides in the ruins and caves beneath the third-person survival shooter set in the Aliens universe. Build your fire team, focusing on class, composition, consumables and weapons to take down xenomorphs, beat challenge card runs, or play various game modes with friends. Challenge card runs. The card battler? No, it's like an RPG. And it doesn't look like a card battler in any way. It does look like what's a card run? Okay. Blast through hordes of xenomorphs, evade deadly prowlers and spitters, and set up defensive positions to stay alive long enough to get your fire team to safety. I'm assuming, Xenomorph, well, it has to be. It's based on the Alien franchise, the movie franchise. I think that's pretty obvious. I didn't think about it at first, but yeah. Build your Marine the way you want. Level up in each of 7 unique classes. Or be a master of one. Choose your weapon, everything from magnums and SMGs to rocket launchers. And use over 130 perks to create and build the build of your choice. Level your character through 7 class kits, each with 2 unique abilities to use in combat and unlockable perks. Max out a variety of weapons, powering them up in stats the more you use them. Right, well, fair enough. Let's have a look at the BT. Blood and gore, strong language and violence. You think it's aliens? Now, it's 2 players or AI, which is good, because I don't really do multiplayer. I will do a let's try of multiplayer games, but yeah, it's not my thing. Oh, the fact you can use AI companions is good. Team. Take it down. Survive the high. Looks like that cinematics interspersed between tiny snippets of gameplay, so it gives me a better idea than Death Stranding did. It's probably not going to be my thing. Action RPGs, I'm doing some of them on the RPG channel I have, Yorkie's Roll. I'm currently doing both the Skyrim-esque Tainted Grail and Cyberpunk 2077. But I'm not good at them, I will say that. So it's probably not going to be my thing, but sometimes they are. So I'm happy to give it a shot. We'll see how the Let's Try goes. All right, Roller Dome, Action Indie Sports. Learn more. It's $30. Roll 7 Private Division. And 94% very positive. Interesting. I don't know when these came out. That's the one thing they choose not to list here. Roller Dome is a single player, third person action shooter that seamlessly blends high-octane combat with fluid motion to create an action experience like no other. Dominate with style in cinematic visceral combat, where kills net you health and pulling off tricks and grinds provide you ammunition in this adrenaline-pumping action shooter. Shooters I'm not good at, as I've kind of indicated, but sometimes I enjoy them enough that I want to play them. The year is 2030, in a world where corporations rule and the lines between reality and performance are blurred. The public are kept distracted by the violence and excesses of a brutal new blood sport, Rollerdrome. Will you have what it takes to become the Rollerdrome champion? Unravel the mysteries behind the Matterhorn Corporation's true intentions? From Roll 7, the minds that brought out the award-winning and critically acclaimed Ollie Ollie series, comes Rollerdrome, an intense shooter-skater hybrid set in an evocative retro future. A third-person action shooter like no other. An original hybrid shooter-skater that blends you've already said that. A test of skill. Take on... most games, a test of skill in one way or another. Take on a test of some kind of skill anyway. Challenge throughout the Rollerdrome tournament. Establish your dominance on the field with online leaderboards and push yourself to the limit with the unlockable Out of Blood mode for the most extreme test of skill and agility. An original identity, an all-new, fully original soundtrack that merges iconic era sounds and tones with cutting-edge production to provide a heart-thumping backdrop to the carnage, brought to life with a unique comic book-inspired art. Okay. A dark conspiracy. Discover the mysterious, sinister plot. Alright, well, it's a thing. Let's go to VT. Blood, strong language and violence, you reckon?
In the year 2030, a new blood sport grips the globe. And in the arena, there will only be the victorious and the dead.
It looks novel.
The world is watching in Rollerdrome.
Well, I'm intrigued to try it. As I say, being a shooter, it probably won't be in my wheelhouse, but I'm intrigued to give it a go. See how it looks, see how it plays. Life is Strange 2 by Square Enix. Square Enix and Federal Interactive. $32 essentially. 85%. For me, that's overstated by a long way. Okay, Arcadia Bay patches. In the complete season of Life is Strange, receive an exclusive pack of 5 Arcadia Bay patches. Complete season includes episode 1, episode 2 to 5 bundle, Arcadia Bay patch bundle. The award-winning Life is Strange series continues with an all-new story from Don't Nod Entertainment. After a tragic incident, brothers Sean and Daniel Diaz run away from home. Fearing the police and dealing with Daniel's newly manifested telekinetic power, the power to move objects with the mind, the boys decide to travel to their father's hometown in Puerto Lobos in Mexico for safety. Suddenly, 16-year-old Sean is responsible for Daniel's safety, shelter, and teaching him right from wrong. As Daniel's power grows, it's up to Sean to decide the rules by which they live. Keep the power secret or use it to help them on their journey. Take, stop, borrow and steal, or reach out to family, or stay hidden. And Sean, your choices shape the fates of the Diaz brothers and lives of everyone they meet. From Seattle to Portland to California, through gas stations, abandoned shacks, back streets and forests, the road to Mexico is long and filled with danger, but also friendship, wonder, and opportunity. This is the trip that could band Sean and Daniel forever, or tear their brotherhood apart. And this key, whoever grabbed it first, gets themselves a free game. Now, if it doesn't work, that's not on me. I haven't used the key. If it doesn't work, it's either Steam screwing up or someone else got it before you. Right, let's go to VT. Blood, partial nudity, sexual content, etc., etc.
It started in Seattle after everything happened. I wish I could explain.
I'm so sorry.
It was all my fault.
Step back!
Dad came out to help. Oh no.
On the ground!
Somebody called the cops.
Now!
Daniel, go!
Sean, are you okay?
Daniel! Oh my God.
Am I a monster?
You're different. We have a home in Puerto Lobos. We'll be fine.
What if this is a bad idea, Sean?
I wish things were different. But we can't go back. Come on!
You have to move forward.
Be honest. Do you think we'll make it to Mexico?
I wish you could stay here with us.
Be careful, Sean.
Daniel, now!
The more you try and control him,
Stop, Daniel.
the less you have.
I love you. No matter what happens.
Right. Let me give you my personal, and this is just my personal opinion, because that's what me getting humble is all about. My personal opinion of the Humble Bundle, the games they're in. I played this from start to finish on a previous channel that I no longer have. And I loathed it. I did not like it at all. It had a lot of potential, but at times it was so slow it actually put me to sleep at one point while trying to record. I don't just mean dozing because I'm tired. I mean it put me to sleep. At the same time, the two protagonists for me were completely unsympathetic. Sean, the elder one, was forced by the game into the most stupid choices possible in some situations. And Daniel was an unrepentant brat that I had no time for either of them. I just spent most of the time wanting to smash their heads together. But it's 85%. Some people really love this game. They're not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm going to hit different people differently. So I definitely won't be playing this ever again. But the code's there for the first year to grab it. The Life and Suffering of Sabrant. Now, someone I watch on YouTube, Damo, I want to watch him occasionally, played this, or plays this occasionally. I've not seen him play it, so I haven't seen the thing. But 91%, very positive. It's a $20 adventure indie RPG simulation server from server 100 XP. Let's have a look. The Life and Suffering of Sabrant is a narrative-driven RPG that comes to life on the pages of the protagonist's journal. Set in a ruthless world where any form of dissent is mercilessly crushed, The story follows a man who has dared to challenge the existing order, set out on a lifelong journey and become an individual able to carve out their destiny. But remember that freedom never comes cheap. Life in the Great Arcanian Empire is harsh, and its hardest lot is yours by the circumstance of birth. You're a commoner, holding no rights and no title. To seize your fate and become the rightful heir to the legacy of the Brandt family, you will have to come to grips with the ossified tradition and prejudice. Embarking on a lifelong journey from one's birth until death, through death, you will have to endure great upheavals, face adversity, and make many difficult choices. Every decision will affect not only the protagonist, his family and loved ones, may even topple the foundation of the Empire itself. Key features. Every Imperial citizen's life is predetermined by their estate. The deities known as the Twin Gods have bestowed this truth on the world, dividing mortals into lots. So we've got a caste system, basically. The nobles lead and rule over the others, while the clergy guides people on the one true path, and the low-downs suffer, toiling away for the glory of the Empire. You may accept your fate without question, but it is also in your power to change the cosmic order that governs all. Your choice is not an illusion. Divided into chapters, the game keeps track of the player's deeds, the skills they acquired, as well as other overlapping circumstances that shape a unique plotline for each playthrough. Every decision has its consequences, and you will be held accountable throughout the entire journey. I'm skeptical of this statement as it goes. Usually, choices matter games like Life is Strange, the Telltale series, and so on and so forth have minimal amount that they change the game. Even Detroit Become Human, which was truly did have choices matter in a lot of ways, limited the basic storyline went pretty much the same no matter what you did. There were vast differences, but the basic storyline at least was the same. It's pretty difficult to write every change truly mattering, so you've got about 1,000 different storylines to write. Anyway, we'll see how true that is. Protect your family and loved ones, to impose the rule of the Emperor and make a fortune, or try and change the world as you see fit. Make your choice, but beware of the follies of pride and ambition. Fight for your life. One man is anything but omnipotence in this realm. Yet under your guidance, Sir Brandt may become a person who can endure every trial fate throws at him, and rewrite the very laws that govern his world. Develop and train your character, leveling up such traits as determination, sensitivity, and endurance. All of the hero's skills, starting with those acquired in infancy, will affect his personality, worldview, and relationships, ultimately unlocking new talents and possible storylines. Find your own path. The first complete walkthrough can take you upwards of 15 hours. Numerous branching paths that affect the unfolding story will make every playthrough a unique experience. Become a noble judge, learn the ways of the Inquisition, plot a revolution as a member of a secret society, or embrace an entirely different purpose. Be brave, and fate itself shall bend to your will. There and hereafter. Resurrection system allows the character to keep his experience upon death, letting the player re-evaluate past steps and make adjustments to their strategy going forward. Take control not only of your life, but also your demise. Then put everything at stake in this cycle of death and rebirth. It sounds fascinating. Let's go to BT.
My time has played out, but the story of my life remains written on these pages. From my youth and my family, all through the peaceful years to the start of the war. My fate has always been my own. Every deed, every choice, and every person I met made me
Does
what
it
I
have
am.
voiceover? That's always good.
Could I have really
voiceover's
taken
not bad.
a different path?
It had some voiceovers that harm the game.
I
But
took up my sword when I was just a little boy.
Brought up as a quiet and dutiful child, my unruly nature clashed with my parents' vision.
Nothing interested me more than military affairs and the laws of the Empire. The pursuit of enlightenment was my only joy. My tricks and my antics had become legendary. I saved a lowborn girl from certain death. Not once have I questioned the divine design. The insurgents accepted me into their ranks. Like my father before me, I had earned my mantle as a judge. The high society opened its doors to me. Providence brought me into the fold. My faith guided others on the one true path. Fight for the rights of the common folk have consumed me. I rallied the people to rebel against the old ways. Can I avert the downfall of our empire? Teach forgiveness to the gods themselves? Or burn the old order in the fire of rebellion?
Could I have taken a different path? Found a different calling? Altered the very course of history? And what price would I have to pay?
This does look intriguing. Very much. I'm looking forward to the Let's Try. If it is what I'm thinking, it probably won't get a full playthrough here or a month-long playthrough here. I'll probably save it for my Tales Over Coffee channel, where I do a narrative game to start the day with a cup of coffee and a welcome to you all. But it looks intriguing. I'm definitely looking forward to trying it. At 91% gives me some optimism. Monster Prom 2 Monster Camp. Yeah. $12. So that's just about the same cost of the indie bundle itself. Indie simulation from Beautiful Glitch. Monster Prom 2 Monster Camp brings you more of the world's best and maybe only multiplayer dating sim in a way you've never expected. The original Monster Prom is a multiplayer dating sim. You can play it single player, which is what I did. But it's beautiful art and unapologetic humour. The sequel brings you into a new setup, summer camp, with new characters to romance, including old faces and new ones. Damien, Calculesta, Milo, Delia, Ojoy, and Aravi. But that's not all. Monster Camp comes with twists here and there. From the campfire mechanics of a new stage full of magic mixed drinks, we're repeating the best from popular Monster Prom formula, but adding some new spices to it. 97% overwhelmingly positive. I'm surprised at that. Let's have a look what it's got to offer, shall we?
Hey, stranger. Are you here for some Monster Camp gossip? You've come to the right place. This year, there's a lot of gossip, and it's all thanks to the 6 sexy campers everyone is trying to date. There's this witch with 3 evil exes lurking around,
Nice,
a
girl,
cursed
nice.
monster slayer that now befriends monsters, and a robot who may or may not have led an uprising of the machines. Then there's not one, but 2 demons. A buff, beautiful warmonger, and the Prince of Hell. They're so hot, they make trees pollinate by dressing as sexy bees. And let's not forget the breathtaking Grim Reaper. They're so famous, they found a regular cat and turned it into an internet sensation. So there's just one question left. Are you joining us?
Pack your bags. Welcome to Monster Camp, the second multiplayer dating sim ever. Gather your friends and face all kinds of wacky situations till you find summer love or get brutally rejected. You will fish for awesome secret endings, meet a ton of new characters, and discover all kinds of surprises hidden in the game. Are you ready to fight for love? Monster Camp. Be your worst self.
Well, I'm looking forward to trying it. I'm surprised it's 97%. First one had reasonable enough humour. It was interesting playing it. Just got no views when I did. So, Monster Camp. There you go. Revita, $17. Action indie adventure RPG from Bentan, Dear Villagers. 83%. So they've got good ratings on these. Oh, this is pixel art. Not a fan of pixel art, I will say. But sometimes I'll see a pixel art on here that gives me hope. Alright, fast-paced twin-stick roguelike platformer. Not a fan of platformers either. I used to be, funnily enough, when I started gaming in the 80s, early mid-80s, one of my favourite games was Manic Miner, which was indeed a platformer. And platformers and games back then on computer were not good. It was still great fun. A fast-paced twin-stick roguelike platformer. Climb on ominous clock tower, a series of procedural encounter rooms, and past challenging boss fights on your way to reclaiming a lost memory. Exchange health for power in fast-paced glass cannon gameplay. Find the right balance of attack and defense as you try, die, repeat and progress up the tower. At least it doesn't look so bad in pixel art that it's hard to distinguish one thing from another, which some of them are. Battle through an almost infinite variety of combat encounters in procedurally generated rooms. Twin-stick shooting, dashing, and wall sliding are just the beginning. Find power-ups and items on each run and upgrade your arsenal. An extensive set of options lets you tweak Revita to your playstyle. Slow down time, set an outline colour for enemies to make them easier to track, or choose the level of aim assist that feels right for you. Explore an underground subway line infested with monsters and filled with colourful characters will help you on your journey. Travelling from station to station where elevators take you towards the heights of an ever-changing clock tower. An aimless child with no memories awakens in the metro, with only a vague sense of purpose and desire to reach the distant clock tower, hoping to find answers at the top. On the way, they will discover a melancholic world filled with masked characters, monsters, and perhaps the answer that the child seeks. All right, let's go to BT. It's not terrible pixel art. I mean, I'm okay with it. Could be interesting. I'm certainly looking forward to giving it a try. But it's going to have to do a hell of a job to convince me. Available. All right. And then we've got Founder's Fortunes. This is another one I won't be let's try because I have played this through before. It's a city-stroke village builder, essentially. All right. It was 90%, very positive. This key is there for the first of you to grab it. Have a look here. Build your village. When your colonists arrive, they have nothing but the clothes on their back. You take control of them to gather materials and build walls, floors, and furniture. You're not limited to predefined buildings. Design your own houses, and yeah, that's true. That was a decent part of it. And style them to your liking. There are dozens of construction and furniture elements that you can use to to create your settlement you've always dreamed of. Take care of your villagers. The villagers are your top priority. At first, you simply need to provide them with food and shelter. But the world is full of dangers. An infection might prove fatal to the strongest warrior, and a plague can wipe out your entire settlement. Each villager reacts to events, happy or sad, and reflects that in their behaviour. Happy villagers will receive a boost to their productivity. Unhappy villagers might throw a temper tantrum. It's 90%, as I say, that's decent. And I did enjoy the game when I played it. I got a bit bored of it in the end, but there were other games I wanted to play as well, so I didn't play it till the very end. But I did find it an enjoyable enough concept and execution. Raise your family. Villagers go through a lot together, so they value their friendships very high. Some might even decide to start a family, and you'll soon be welcoming new members to the group. The little ones are the future of the village, so make sure they have a happy childhood and an adequate education. Sometimes achieving both can be difficult. That's true in real life too. Set up your farm. Food matters. Good food makes colonists happy. Wrong food makes colonists sick. Little food makes colonists slow, and no food at all makes colonists die. Grow a variety of seasonal crops. And set up a kitchen to make delicious meals. Be sure to stock up before winter hits, and act quick when a swarm of hungry bugs descends upon your fields. Survive winter. Use the time you have to make sure that you have enough food stored away, for winter is coming. Let's hope you won't have to halve your rations, because that will make your colonies weak. When supplies dwindle and the freezing cold wind howls outside, it's easy to lose hope. Trade goods and get rich. Whoops, sorry about that, just smashed the microphone. Word got around that your colony has started producing wares. Greet traveling traders and see if you can get to a good deal on some ancient scrolls or buy additional food to prepare for the winter. Try to keep production up so you'll always have something to sell. A mature colony needs to pay good salaries to keep everyone happy. Morale is low. Additional funds don't even buy a tiny bit of happiness. Building your own home is a long process, and resources and manpower are not the only things you need. Smart settlers dedicate a lot of time to researching new technologies, thereby unlocking better equipment, new furniture, and construction elements. Select scholars carefully. If their personalities doesn't fit this type of work, they're not going to make a lot of progress. And they did have different personalities that fit different jobs and had different needs and so on. So that was good. It was a relatively deep game for a village builder, a cheap village builder especially. And it's worth playing. I think one of you, whoever grabs that key, will enjoy it. Protect your outpost. You are not alone in this new land called home. Some tiki goblins living there are not at all that happy at your settling effects, and might pay you a visit. Try and get you to stop. Train your colonists in the art of warfare and equip them with the best weapons and armor you have. Build walls and towers to ensure the security of your colony. That way, your enemies will have a difficult time trying to mess with you. Play and make mods. Sometimes there are mods that just give the game that extra something you are looking for. This is why Founder's Fortune has a full mod kit with accompanying tutorials. I never did that, never used any mods, so that modders have an easier time getting started. Right, let's go to BT so you can have a look at the game. You do not start that well developed, believe me. You start essentially with nothing. You start newly arrived with nothing, now to build from scratch.
Yep.
Now, the last update this had was October last year, so I'm guessing it's in its final state at this point. I played before that. Okay, so that's Founder's Fortune. Which I say I won't be doing a Let's Try because I have played it through before. I think one of you grabbed that, you'll enjoy it, I think. It was a decent enough game. And there you go. Going back to Death Stranding. Right, I'm looking forward to seeing what Death Stranding's got. Aliens probably won't be in my wheelhouse, but it's going to be interesting to try it. Roller Dome. Again, the shooter aspect of it is probably not in my wheelhouse, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. So those three, definitely I want to see what they look like. Won't be doing Life is Strange. Grab it, anyone. It's 85% rated. I hated it. Others love it. Life and Suffering of Sabrant has me really intrigued. Monster Camp, well, I want to see how it looks when in the Monster Prom 2 version. Revita, I have no idea. Honestly, it's going to have to do a lot to convince me. Pixel art, platforming, it's not me these days. And then Founder's Fortune, again, it was a decent game, but I played it before, so I won't be running it again. So these 6 I'll be giving a let's try of. These 2, feel free to grab. And there you have it. Join me over the next few days as we start the let's tries. The let's tries are 5 to 30 minutes just to get a very brief view of the game. I say 5 to 30 minutes because if I hate the game, that's it, I'm done. If the game doesn't run on the computer well, that's it, I'm done. That's all I can say because this is my humble opinion. See you around.